All right, Gina, we are out here at Countryside, and what brings you out here today?
Well, my boyfriend's really into golf, and I really just want to be able to go out with him and have a good time on the golf course. Maybe play 9 holes with him and some friends and not look like a complete idiot.
Okay. So, have you taken any lessons before?
I've had a few just at the driving range with some friends.
Mm-hmm.
Not really like official lessons, but just some pointers from
How long?
friends. It's been a good year and a half though since
It's been a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember much about what you learned? Or?
Just a little bit about staying in my posture and not holding the club so tight. Those were the main things, and keeping my feet planted was
Okay.
another thing, I think.
So, that was about a year and a half ago. What's happened since then, and you haven't really maybe
Not a
stuck
lot.
with it? Okay.
I haven't really done a lot since then.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a bartender,
So you're on your feet a lot.
always.
You didn't bring a set of golf clubs with you. You got some clubs.
Yeah, I just borrowed a couple from a friend, hoping that I can just kind of feel it out.
Okay. Well, and first and foremost, when we look at clubs and stuff, and just kind of getting you into a little bit of equipment, just so you understand golf clubs and how they work.
Right.
Obviously, this is the handle, the grip of the golf club. We're gripping it down here. The shaft of the club. There's different types of shafts. These two are graphite shafts, regular flex. So today, this for the purposes of just kind of learning a little bit about the game, we'll do the job. And then the different steel shaft, the different numbers, and most all of them are numbers here, but sometimes there's a P for pitching wedge. They all kind of represent different lofts,
Okay.
which will create shorter or further distance of what those clubs should go. So when you've got, this would be a gap wedge, it's got a 52, that's the amount of loft that's on the club. And then an 8 iron would be, like in between these 3 clubs, or of the 3 clubs that you have here, that'd be kind of in the middle. A lot of people hit that from maybe 120 yards, stuff like that. So what we'll do probably though, I just kind of want to find out what do you want to get comfortable long term on the golf course.
I just want to be able to go out and feel comfortable and be able to make contact every time and just kind of be able to hang,
With your boyfriend,
Yeah.
just spend some time.
Just
spend some time maybe having some fun on the golf course.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So today for this little session we've got, just kind of connecting those together. I just like to kind of check out grip and stance and posture, see where you are since it's been a while since you played. How much, as far as sports you've played or any injuries I should know about? Is there anything?
I was a gymnast for a long time, about 13 years when I was younger. I've had back problems in the past, but nothing recently, nothing that's a huge issue in my golfing in the past. So.
Okay. All right. Well, if anything happens throughout, the time where we're hitting balls or anything that kind of feels a little bit off, just let me know. Obviously hamstrings and stuff, and we'll do a little warm-up to kind of get your body loosened up. Always want to kind of have the precautions and make sure your body's ready for the activity.
Right.
What I like to do is kind of start off and have a club in your hand too. Probably back up here a little bit and just make sure, since you're pretty new to golf, just making sure that the area is clear, there's nobody behind you when you're swinging, and I'll be facing you, and I'll make sure I'm always out of the way when you're getting ready to swing. But let's just start off with kind of some torso twisting. We're going to just go back and forth and just kind of keep that lower body staying pretty still, just so you can kind of start to feel loosening up of that, and we're doing it nice and easy to get your back warmed up. So tell me, how long have you been a bartender?
About 14 years.
Wow.
Yep. Too long.
And you've been down in this area for the last couple?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do you see a lot of golfers come in and talk about all their golf too?
Yeah, I used to bartend in Orlando, right by Disney, so there was tons of golf courses around there, and we always had golfers in there all the time.
Yeah. Is that where you met your boyfriend?
No, actually.
Okay. Just curious. All right, so let's do some arm circles. We're just going to take it in one hand and just kind of loosen up those shoulders. Get those ready. Just do a few forward, a few backwards. So gymnast.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started that?
7 or 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never got into gymnastics. Didn't quite have the build or desire. That's
Yeah.
a lot of
It's pretty
time.
rough on your body.
Yeah, a lot of time too.
Mhm.
Early mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late nights.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. All right, and then get this. We're gonna get our lower body kind of activated as well. So we'll just do some general squats down, as long as everything, knees and joints and all that are good.
Okay.
Just kind of some squats down. Your arms can stay out in front of you. We'll do like 5, 6 of those. Feeling like your body's kind of loosening up a little bit.
Yeah.
I like to have people, when I'm giving lessons, just making sure that their body's ready, because you start just hitting shots right out of the, like if you were bartending, got off in the afternoon, and came straight out here, that's how people get injured. So it's really kind of one key when you're getting started in golf. So I think basically what I'm going to have you do is just show me what you've been kind of exposed to. In the lessons that you had, were you hitting off the tee, kind of to help?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Well, I did a little bit of both, but mostly off the tee.
Okay. Well, we'll have you hit from kind of this area right in here. Okay. And generally, target-wise, where would you like to just generally aim, so I have an idea of, we'll make sure your alignments.
I mean, that hole with the red on it.
The red top hole?
Yeah,
perfect. So when I'm checking stuff down here, I'm just going to kind of be observing, watching what you do naturally right now.
Okay.
And then if I need to make any suggestions or adjustments, we'll go from there. But the main thing today, like we said, is get you comfortable, kind of grip, stance, posture, and that'll lead you to be able to practice a little bit more efficiently, so you'll know what to do when you get to the driving range and maybe you and your boyfriend want to hit balls.
Right.
He's not having to watch you and check on you and see what you're doing. Yeah. Cool. So I think we'll just, I'm going to have you hit some off the grass just to kind of see, since I haven't really been around you to hit balls or anything.
Okay.
And just do what you naturally do.
Okay.
See what you've learned so far.
Ooh, I don't want to hit a duck.
Well, we have geese down here, and you know what? They're in the danger zone. All right. And I'm going to give you a good lie for right now, just to kind of make sure that you get it set. Okay. And Gina, tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, like grip pressure wise and stuff, just like, do you feel like you're...
I feel like I probably am holding it tighter than I should be, just because I feel like I need to hit it further and harder, but I know that's probably not the right thing to do.
Okay. And out of 10 balls, I mean, you've hit, all 3 of these. Out of 10 balls, generally speaking, would you make contact with all 10 or close?
Probably, maybe not the first couple, but usually once I get in a swing of it, I can at least make contact, but not promising anything.
All right. So we've hit wherever those shots kind of ended up. If we're going at the red pole.
Looks like I'm aiming at the ducks.
Right, so we've got some geese over kind of hard right over here, and they've kind of given them a little bit of a buzz.
Yeah.
So basically the ball is starting pretty far right, which the face in the ball, when they make contact, wherever that face is pointing is generally, especially for a wedge like this, is like almost 85% of where the face is pointing. So the face of this golf club at impact is way over to that side, okay, out to the right. When you set up for this, and I'll have the camera come over here for a second too. So I'm watching face on. And the way that your hands are on the handle of the club, what we would call that is like they're a little bit weak. So what I'm going to have you do, and that because of that, because of being weak, keep your hands where they were. When you're coming through impact, that face is so wide open, it's starting way right.
Okay.
So we're actually going to strengthen it, but it's going to get a little bit more in your fingers.
Okay.
Yep. You're going to let that thumb just sit just to the right. And see how that arrow is even on that grip? And that V should kind of match that.
Okay.
And then this hand is just going to kind of nestle right in there.
Okay.
Yeah, right where that thumb is. So it's a little bit stronger for you, but it's actually much more neutral grip and not so weak.
Okay. Feels funny, but let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Whoop.
That's all right. Okay, so where's the ball starting at least?
Yeah, it's definitely going more in the right direction.
Starting more in line, yeah. Okay, cool. Keep going. A couple more. I know it feels a little bit awkward there. Okay. A little bit right. And then from that down the line view that we had earlier, I also noticed you're standing a little bit close to it, so I'm going to have you back up just a little bit and let your yeah, more forward from the waist. Yeah. And your knees are nice, straight and just yeah, just kind of unlock them. So if you actually stand up, put the club in both hands. Do this one. Right, so we're facing each other. And as I get to the tip of my knees, and then I just unlock my knees. There you go.
Okay.
Should look pretty good from down here.
I like that one.
Yeah.
All right.
And just kind of letting your arms hang, so it's really good for me to see down the line that your shoulders, tip of your elbows, and the balls of your feet are nice and aligned. How was that one?
Felt better.
Good. Better meaning you had more room, or better meaning contact was better? You tell me.
Felt like it was going the right way.
Just to the grass. Okay, so same kind of setup with your posture. If you ever need to check this, you have the kind of that check is kind of letting your fingers, as you slide down the front of your thighs, and as soon as they hit the top of your knee, yeah.
Oops.
That's all right.
Sorry about that.
One cool thing is that clubs were meant to dig through grass. Don't back off the grass here. It seems to be pretty well off there.
Am I holding it right?
Yeah, you're doing well. Your hands are actually getting a little bit farther back, and I'll get the camera to move around here, but as you're set up, I'd like to see the butt end of, so this is the butt end of the club, just forward of where your buttons are on your shirt.
Okay.
Yep. Open that hand again for me. More in the, yeah, more in the fingers. And then we're going to do a little bit more head. Yeah, perfect. Cool. Should feel a little stronger, like you have a little more control. There you go.
Yeah, that one felt good.
Awesome. Cool. That sounded to me like it was. But for you, I think feeling is a big thing. So that centerness of hit and contact.
All right.
Okay.
You refocus a little bit. Sorry, I got excited
Yeah.
after the last one. All right.
Okay. Sure it's sitting nicely. When we're practicing and stuff, I want you to be able to have a nice lie each time for right now, just so we're making solid contact.
Okay.
Yep, so hands just ahead of your buttons on your shirt, good. Posture is good.
All right. Lisa went straight.
Yeah, we're starting it in the right direction. Good. How's your back feeling?
Fine.
Good. How's that?
Felt like I don't know. I felt like I hit it better, but
So it was solid.
solid, but not the right direction.
Okay, so meaning which way is the face pointing? We're right at impact, yep. So we got to make sure that our grip,
Okay.
yep. I'm actually going to hold on to it for me. So I'm going to pull it out in front of you. It's helpful when you grip it out in front of you so your arms are nice and extended. Look at this thumb. So just join your fingers there. Should just rest to the side. What size glove do you wear? Medium, large, or
I think it's a
large?
small.
Okay. this should kind of fit right in that crevice there. There we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Am I standing the right distance from it?
Yeah, so we can go back here and kind of check. How do you feel? Like if I were to,
I feel like I might need to back up a little bit.
if you feel like you need to back up, then back up. If I pushed you, is it easy to get you back on your shoulder, on your heels? So you might have to come forward a little bit. You should feel pretty much right in the balls of your feet. So being a gymnast, right, when you were getting ready to do anything, the weight's not back or forward. When you had to jump, like floor routine or anything like that, what were some things that you had to be ready to do, like when you were jumping? Like out of balance, right or left, forward,
I
backwards.
mean, it's just kind of like when you're landing, bracing yourself.
So
And,
just as you're like that right there,
Uh-huh.
that's kind of the posture.
okay.
That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
I'm just going to put a little stick here too, so we're going at that red hole down here, just so we have kind of a clear idea. It's kind of like how train tracks work. When we put a ball out here, we want everything kind of be parallel with this stick on the ground, the red stick on the ground. Okay. You set up, shoulders, hips, knees, feet, nice and square to that red line there. Okay.
I feel like it went more in the right direction that time.
Yep. So when you had your lessons before, you talked about the posture. What, if you remember how he described it or she described it?
He said that I was like standing up because I want to see where it goes.
Okay. So, and I'm seeing a little bit from that down the line view.
I'm trying to focus on not doing that, but
Okay. Let's and I'm gonna actually take the wedge. We're gonna go to like a 8-iron, so we'll go to that 8-iron you brought, and we're gonna stand a little further away from it because the club is a little bit longer. So as you're going through your set, when you go pitching wedge, 9-iron, 8-iron, the club's about half an inch longer. That helps it go farther. So go ahead and address, like put the club behind the ball there. So a little closer. Again with that grip. So show me in some nice little turn back. So I'm going to keep my foot here. This is not going to be a full swing. As you go back, does that feel different? A little bit?
yeah.
Not much? Okay, do it again.
Yeah.
Good.
So I feel like I'm just kind of moving my arms instead of my whole.
Right. So what she's feeling is she's not actually doing much of a turn with her upper body. So now we're creating a little bit more turn.
So I want to do just my, like here I don't want to move my whole hips
So
or.
we're going to keep your lower body a little more stable.
Okay.
And let your arm
Arms
kind of
do
go
more of
across
the
your
work.
chest. Yep.
Okay.
Keep it a little tighter to your chest on the way back. Ooh.
Goodness.
Take a practice swing for me. Take a practice swing for me. Get a little bit longer club. Show me what that looks like to you. So a little bit tighter to your chest on the way back. Yeah. Okay. And on the way through, we're going to get all your weight going towards the target. So push off that right side. There we go. Yep. Keep going. Okay. Hold your finish here. Hold your finish. Like so the club is up here. This is the finish.
Okay.
I want you to come off this side, all the way up to that right toe. Keep pushing. Up on your way. All right. So we're getting our belly button more towards the target. It's a good feeling for you to have. Get that belly button towards the target. Cool. And kind of again, I go back to gymnastics because that's a sport that you play, but when you stick those landings, we're looking to stick the landing. All right, we want that right toe to be on the ground. And if anything, if you want to err on going that way, there was a guy named Gary Player who played a lot of golf in his days, and he was known for this step through, where he would hit it and actually step through and step towards the target. So it got all of his weight and energy going towards that target.
Okay.
Sorry, that's okay. There you go. sorry's here. This is. Good. Contact. How's that grip feeling?
Feels better. I feel like I'm
Not as awkward?
Getting more comfortable with
Okay,
it. Yeah.
so show me again. And like I said, I like it a lot of times to take the grip out in front of you, check it. Right, and as you're looking down, seeing a couple more knuckles here, 2 knuckles there, and that thumb is fitting right in that crevice. That's what I've always believed this was built for. Your thumb fits right into that little part of your thumb muscle. Hands are just ahead of your buttons on your shirt. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Oh, how was that one?
Felt good.
That felt good. She likes it. Cool. Just watch a minute. I'm going to touch on one more thing here with ball position. So we're working on setup, right? So you've got a good idea when you leave here today. Your ball position is always, you got an 8-iron in your hand. We always base it off of the heels of your feet. So I'm going to put a ball here. Now you step towards your ball here. Step towards the rim. And let's look at from this direction. Come over here with me. Is that about hip width?
Not my hips.
Okay. So, and I don't think it's too far off.
No.
I don't think it's too far off, but what I see is that it's pretty far back in your stance. If you're looking straight on here, right, if I put my feet in and you looked from the camera view, the ball is pretty far back. So I'm going to have you move your feet this way to move the ball just ahead of the center of your stance.
Okay.
So if I shift these now, see the difference that makes?
Yeah.
Up here.
Right. So
It's
you
just
want that
ahead.
to be in the middle.
Yeah, just
Or a
slightly
little bit
ahead of
ahead,
it.
yeah.
Yep. And the
Okay.
reason is because the club, as it's coming in towards the ball, is working down. We
Okay.
want to catch the ball first before we hit the ground.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll do that again. Check your ball position again. So we know that we can check our ball position with 2 golf balls. You can always put them behind your heels on the driving range. Good with your posture. Yep.
Oh no. Sorry.
I got you. I got you. Okay. So you set up first, and I'm going to check it again.
Okay. Really well.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Okay.
We're
That was just a
excited
practice.
to hit it.
That
I was
was just a
excited for that one.
Okay. Darn it.
Okay.
Alright. This one's gonna be good.
How hard are you trying to hit it right now?
Probably too hard because I'm excited.
So like on a scale of 1 to 10, are you like a 10 right now trying to swing at it?
Probably.
Okay, so show me 80%.
Okay.
Show me 8 out of 10 on the max speed that you have. Cool. Contact. How was it?
It was alright.
Did it go right or left?
Left.
Okay, so we've improved,
Yeah.
right? Started off with a lesson hitting them over the 5 geese that came from Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, good posture. Good, belly button more. Which way?
Towards the target.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you focus on that belly button towards the target, what does that feel like?
It feels like I'm finishing it better.
Good. Almost like a photographer is over here getting ready to take your picture for a magazine. All right, so if I move the ball over here, what are your feet? Yeah, feet have to move and adjust, yeah. All right, so on these last few, we've talked about the belly button finishing. You're feeling more comfortable with fundamentals,
Yes.
gripping the club. You're feeling comfortable with kind of knowing a little bit more about your grip, your stance, your posture, right? You can always check that in the mirror at home. Being able to look at sideways down the mirror line. Okay, I'm checking it, my back's nice and flat. I'm just unlocking my knees, right? We don't want too much knee flex, we don't want knees locked out. Okay, good. So, and know for the overall experience in golf, you want to be able to enjoy some time on the golf course. Kind of wrapping up today,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that you kind of have covered all that in those fundamentals.
Oh yeah, I definitely, have learned some tricks to my setup and posture and all that, and I'm definitely feeling more comfortable making contact more frequently.
So on these last, 5, 6 balls, if we had to focus on one thing, what do you think that one thing would be to make sure that you've got a nice solid finish?
Just going over the grip, the posture, where I'm holding my club.
Yeah. And then
My
what's that
stance.
finish look like?
Belly button towards the target.
Belly button. That feeling of the belly button towards the target really kind of brings everything, together at the end too. I think for you as far as a field player. It's all right. Cool. I keep kind of going back to the gymnast in you, but just like the gymnast is going to stick their landing, right? They're not going to get a 10 unless it's stuck, right?
Right.
So that finish has got to be boom, finished.
Okay.
All right, so let's hit 5, and all we're going to put, I don't care where the ball goes, we're going to get 5 in a row where your belly button and that finish is perfect. I want you to hold it till the ball lands.
Oh!
Sorry. Maybe that's my bad. Maybe we should just hold it for 3, regardless of the outcome. Okay? Let's go 3 Mississippi on the finish.
Okay.
So that's what we're focusing on. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. Awesome. How was that?
Felt good.
Solid?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
7.5.
Cool. Love it. And I would say, let's say at the beginning of the lesson, where were you?
3.
Awesome. Love the improvement. Let's do, we got 4 more to go. Ah. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Are you feeling that connection there a little bit different?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move you off that. So you're on the sand a little bit, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a little bit hard to keep your balance there. Still got this going. Yeah. Get your little checklist, your posture, grip, balance. One, 2, 3. Okay.
Aw, man.
Have you scoot just a little further away too. Kind of notice you're getting a little close again. Give yourself a little room. Here you go. That finish though. Remember we said regardless of the outcome.
All right.
Two, 3. Good. All right, let's do one more. Feel that nice? You have any bee allergies?
No.
Me neither.
Ooh.
Good. That nice turn back. That
Okay.
arms.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Sorry.
Get out of here. Arm across your chest, nice and tight too. Good finish there. Held it? Yeah? Cool. How was that contact? Decent. Did it go in the direction or was it just a little bit right?
So.
A little bit right? Okay. All right, let's hit one more here. I want you to end on a good one.
I know.
How about you? What would you say a good one would be?
Just feeling like I hit it strong.
Okay. Right in the middle of that club face. You got it. Watch that ball position so it's getting a little bit back. We want both your feet to go that way. the target? The sun is blinding.
I know, I didn't really see where it was. Yeah.
It sounded more solid. All right.
Felt more solid.
Well, Gina, I know we got to kind of wrap up, but I want to thank you first of all for volunteering for this little
Yeah,
session
no problem.
today.
Thanks for your help. I really appreciate it. I definitely feel more confident.
Good. And that was where we wanted to kind of get your long-term goal of playing with Ryan and your, talked a little bit about your boyfriend to me before, but getting, that comfort level brings kind of a lot more excitement to the game too. So,
yeah, definitely.
Hopefully you feel a lot more confident with your setup, kind of understanding the equipment a little bit better. And I would say, for you, if you're serious about playing longer and continuing for years to come, to definitely get fit with a local professional in the area, a golf professional. There's a lot of club fitters, especially down where we are here in Florida, that are really good at what they do and helping beginners use the equipment that they have to help them be better instead of having to fight against it. Clubs can get too heavy, especially for females. They think, oh, we'll just give you an old set to try, and
Right.
you kind of start to develop some bad habits. So it's really important to kind of go through that process if you kind of want to take the next step and keep playing. And then, obviously dedicating a little more time for your practice.
Yeah.
Being able to be in front of a mirror at home, checking your posture, letting your arms hang down and kind of seeing where the tips of your elbows and knees and the balls of your feet are lining up. Always kind of checking that grip and seeing a couple knuckles over here and just letting that thumb fit in. So I think you've got some good basics to get you started. And
Yeah, definitely.
obviously reach out to me if you want to continue and keep getting better.
All right, perfect.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Awesome.